through the storm. The rain pounded against the window, mirroring the storm brewing inside me. I can't believe he did this, I muttered, pacing my tiny apartment.
My best friend Rachel's voice crackled through the phone. James is a good guy, Lila. Maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I sighed, my heart aching.
Rachel, I caught him with another woman. How is that a misunderstanding?
My chest tightened as I recalled the scene. My James, laughing with a beautiful brunette at the coffee shop we frequented. The sight shattered my world.
Maybe you should hear him out, Rachel suggested. I rolled my eyes, even though she couldn't see me.
Hear him out?
He's a chitter, Rachel. My anger bubbled up again.
But underneath it was a current of sadness and confusion.
Suddenly, there was a knock at my door.
Hold on, someone's here.
I opened it to find James, drenched and looking desperate.
Lila, please. Let me explain, he pleaded. My heart skipped a beat, torn between slamming the door and letting him in.
I stepped aside, allowing James to enter. He looked around nervously, his wet hair dripping onto my carpet.
Lila, it wasn't what it looked like, he began, his voice trembling.
I crossed my arms, not ready to make this easy for him. Then what was it, James?
Because it looked pretty clear to me. He took a deep breath. She's my sister, Lila, my half-sister.
I just found out about her a few weeks ago.
I blinked, the anger in my chest deflating like a punctured balloon.
Your sister?
Yes, my sister, James said, running a hand through his wet hair.
I didn't know how to tell you. I thought you'd be upset I kept it a secret.
I sat down, trying to process this bombshell. Why would I be upset about you having a sister?
He hesitated, then sat beside me. Because
I didn't want you to think I was hiding things from you.
I wanted to be sure she was really my sister before I introduced you. I bit my lip, feeling the first spark of doubt in my anger. James continued, I should have told you, but I didn't know how.
When you saw us, I panicked. I was afraid you'd think the worst.
His eyes were pleading, and for the first time, I saw genuine fear in them. Why didn't you just tell me then? Why did you let me think the worst?
He reached for my hand, and I let him.
Because I was scared, Lila. Scared of losing you.
My heart ached at his words, but I needed more.
How do I know you're telling the truth now? James pulled out his phone and showed me
a series of text messages and photos.
Pictures of him and the brunette.
Both looking uncomfortable and awkward, not intimate. These are from when we first met. She found me on social media and reached out.
I didn't know how to handle it. I looked at the messages, the photos, the evidence. It seemed genuine, but my heart was still wary.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
He sighed.
Because I didn't. I stared at the photos, my heart torn between anger and understanding. I wish you trusted me enough to tell me the truth, I said softly.
James squeezed my hand. I know.
I made a mistake, and I'm sorry.
I love you, Lila. I never wanted to hurt you.
His words hung in the air, heavy with sincerity.
I need time to think, I said, standing up. This is a lot to process. He nodded, looking like a lost puppy.
Take all the time you need.
I'll be here when you're ready. For the next few days, I replayed our conversation in my mind, weighing every word.
I spoke with Rachel, who, in her usual pragmatic way,
told me to trust my instincts.
Finally, I decided to meet James again.
We sat in the same coffee shop where I had seen him with his sister.
I've thought about everything, I began, my heart racing.
And James asked, his eyes filled with hope. I took a deep breath.
I believe you, James, but we need to rebuild the trust that was broken. He smiled, a relieved, heartfelt smile.
We will, Lila, together. We'll get through this storm.
Subscribe for more.